This is the handover video for the Petite Premier, in particular the Rimor. So I'm going to start with the driver's side of the vehicle. I'm going to take you around and show you all the compartments on the outside here, okay? So first one we're going to come to is the fresh water refill. We will provide you with a full tank of water, so you can keep a wee eye on the indicator inside. And once you see that going low, this is where you will top it up. Now, it is like a petrol cap. Little key here on your key ring. Just treat it the same, unscrew, and then you can top it up with fresh water. We will provide you with a hose in the vehicle for this. Second one then is obviously your habitational door, and the back one here, the smaller one, is your toilet cassette. Okay, so we do ask that you empty this for us on return, just for health and safety reasons, okay? So to get this out, blue lever up and then just gently pull. So there's a little button on the back here to release any pressure within the tank, and then to empty it, just twist the nozzle there, unscrew, and then you can empty the contents down the black water disposal area at the campsites. Screw it back on and push back in. To clean the interior of the tank then, just pull the little grey flap forward, twist the blue lever, and that'll give you access to the inside then. So a wash out, a little bit of toilet chemical, and then leave some fresh water in the bottom as well. Close it back up, and then gently back in, and then just make sure it's locked in place. Last one on the driver's side then is your garage entrance. So again, your key to open them, and then just push the buttons and the locks will pop out. So really good storage in this little van. And in the rear, you will find a ladder. That'll be for the drop-down bed inside, and we'll talk about that later. There's a little box here with your electric hookup cable, your hose, and a 3-pin UK plug adapter. There's also a wee light in this garage as well for nighttime, but super storage in this vehicle. So just round to the rear of this little vehicle, rear view camera and your bike rack. Okay, so this bike rack then is a keyed one. So just undo the buckle strap there, pull it down, drop your bikes on, and then you have your arms at the back here to lock your bike. So this is what these keys on the key tag are for. So you can securely lock your bikes up whenever you're not using them. Once you're done then, bikes off and then put it back up and just lock it in place again. So passenger side then, just another access point to the garage, a much taller door on this side. Electric hookup point, so this is where you will plug the vehicle into at a campsite. So obviously the orange cable is in the boot of the vehicle there, and then just straight in there and then into the post at the campsite when you're using the electric. The bottom one here is your LPG tanks. So again, the little key that opens the toilet cassette will open this one as well. So inside you're going to find 2 yellow bottles. We'll give you 2 full tanks of gas. Just use away at them. So kind of goes against the norm here. Whenever you're traveling, these must be switched off, okay? Whenever you're at your campsite or parked up wherever you're going to be staying, you need to come and turn them both on. So clockwise, we'll turn them off. Anti-clockwise turns them on, okay? There's little gauges on the top there to show you how much gas is left in each tank going from green to red. So you do know whenever you're getting down into the yellow and red stages of your last tank, you will need to get them topped up somewhere. We always recommend you turn both tanks on whenever you get parked up. If one empties, then it'll automatically piggyback off the other one. And as I said earlier, everything's switched off for traveling. Bottom compartment here is just a battery box, so you'll not need to worry about that. And the last one here on this side is your diesel fuel. So again, lockable. Main vehicle key then, just take your diesel cap off, top it up, we'll give you a full tank, you just bring it back full for us, and it'll be full of AdBlue as well, then you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so inside the cab, nothing overly complicated in here. Driver's door has your window control switches and your your wing mirror switches, all electric, and you have controls there for top and bottom on both sides. That's your rear view camera, that will be switched on whenever you are in reverse. Lights, indicators, everything else fairly standard on the steering wheel there. 6-speed gearbox in this vehicle, and it's manual, and then reverse for this one you have to lift up across and up. Handbrake on this vehicle is down by the right hand side of the driver's seat, just in case you're looking for it in the middle here, it's not there. Nighttime when you're going to bed, don't use the key to lock the van. If you do this, you will trigger the internal sensors on the back of the vehicle there, and if you get up to move about or use the bathroom, the alarm will start screaming. So use the little button here to lock your doors whenever you're ready to go to bed. So say nothing else overly complicated here. Touchscreen head unit here, and if you can plug your iPhone or your your Android Auto in there, and it should come up on the display, and you have a couple of charging ports there as well. Just some important information about the vehicle here as well, and the eFlow tag. eFlow tag needs to stay with this vehicle all the time as it is registered to it. Back of the vehicle then, really spacious lounge in this vehicle, which is what I like about it. Good comfy sofas, and you have a really good sized table here. Just folds out. So with this table, just on this side, there is a bar that pulls out, and that will just give you the extra stability on that side. There are a couple of little levers here. At the moment, you can see the table doesn't move. If you pull this lever down, then you are able to slide it back and forward just if you want extra room up here or down the bottom. This one here, if you push this one down, you can spin it round as well. So depending on what your needs are, then the table is fully flexible. And then it just folds up out of the way during the day. Blinds, nice fancy curtains there. You have fly screens and blackout blinds, so you can just use those accordingly. And then your windows there, just little plastic hooks there on the windows. They are quite fragile, so just be careful with them. Hub door and fly screen, again, quite fragile, so gentle all the way. TV. And then the TV remote control is just sitting over here. Lots of storage in the van. So there is, and little storage compartments up here as well. So just above me is the drop down bed, and we will get to that in a wee second, but just up in here you'll find the blue document folder with all the important information about the vehicle on the manuals, emergency contact numbers, accident report forms, etc. First aid kit in there, your fire blanket, your warning triangle, high vis vest, and the tire inflation kit as well. On this side, there is a little bar up in here. This must stay with this vehicle at all times, okay? This is the manual drop-down bed key, just in case there are any issues with electrics with the bed. But again, we'll get to that in a wee second. So kitchen, fairly decent size. And here you have your sink and your cooker. Okay, so nothing complicated about this. Push, turn, and pilot light, then we'll get those going. If you are doing any cooking, please don't close the glass down until it is cooled down, or else that will shatter. And again, you have your blinds there. Behind you, really good size fridge freezer. Okay, and big cooler drawer there at the bottom, and a little freezer compartment at the top. So we'll have that all set up and running on automatic for you. And your oven and grill up there as well. Again, gas. Okay, so this is probably the best selling point of this little van for a bathroom. It is massive, really good shower space in here. And your shower door is just at the moment there, it's held back by little straps. Just in case of unhooking that, I'm pulling that across, but it's a fabulous shower. And then around this side, you have your toilet and your sink. And again, you have some more storage up in here. So toilet then, it does spin if you depend what way you want to sit. To use the toilet, grey lever at the front, you need to open it first of all. So that will open the cassette, do whatever needs done, close, flush, close. Okay, good practice to keep that closed all the time. Just stops any smells coming back up through the toilet. It's also very important that that is closed before you take the tank out from outside. If you try to pull the tank out without this being closed, you will rip the top off the tank and break it. Okay, and again, some more storage, fab storage in this little van. Oh, a bit stiff there. We'll get that sorted. And some drawers in there as well. And you do have some access to the garage from internally as well if you need anything without going outside in the rain. So you can close this all off during the day or when in use. That just slides across and hooks in there. And for traveling, it's always best to keep it pinned back just in case the little magnet doesn't hold. Back in place. Okay, control panel. On off button here. Okay, so again, pretty simple to use this one. It's not very easy to see when it's a bit darker. Just up the top here, you have all the light switches, okay? Information panel. So this will keep you right regarding electric and water. Water pump And then that one there is just a little light outside the door there. Okay, so turn that off, we'll turn that off, and we'll stick with the information one. So this one will show you the levels of your batteries and your electric. Okay, so at the moment, the battery there is 4 out of 5 lit, and this top one here is the fresh water. So at the moment, there's no fresh water in it. But in theory, it should be lit right up to here in the green. And as you see it coming down, then you will know at some stage you need to get into a campsite and get topped up with water. Or again, if you see this coming down, you know you need to get into a campsite and get charged up again. If at any stage there's no water coming out of your sink tap or your toilet won't flush, it's because you haven't turned your water pump off, okay? Or sorry, on. There are various light switches around the van without using the ones at the top here. By the time you come back, you'll have found them all. And again, for traveling, make sure everything is off. Okay, so the heating system in this van will be through my panel, quite easy to use. Just push the button there to waken it up and you will see the little icons flashing. So the first one there is a little van. So to access that, push the button again. At the moment you can see the heating's off. You can just turn it up to whatever temperature you want. And then to get it going, push the button. So you can see a little bottle up there. That means it's looking for the gas at the moment. It's not going to find it because it's all turned off. So again, push it and then you can switch it off. Second one then is your hot water. Again, it's off, economical mode, hot and boost. So we would always recommend just going straight to hot or boost. Hot will give you hot water in probably in about 45 minutes or so. If you're wanting a shower first thing in the morning, as soon as you get up, go and get the hot water on, get your breakfast, cup of coffee, and then by that stage your hot water should be good for your shower. Boost, if you choose that option, then that'll sort of give you an amount of hot water in about 20-25 minutes. Okay, so whatever one you want, then you just push it. And again, at the moment there, it's going to look for the gas, but it's not. If we were hooked up, it would automatically go straight to the electric. Yeah, come back in, turn it off. And then the last one there is just the vents. So if you look around the floor of the van, you will see some little black air pockets. That's just where your hot air will blow out. So go into vent, and then you can just choose the speed that you want it to run at. If you don't do anything with this panel, it will just go black and go to sleep itself. If you're in an option and you want to come out of it, then just the back button. So heating your van, your hot water, and your vent. Okay, so your bed in this van. A couple of switches up here. As you can see, those are little light switches. This is where your ladder will hook into, and this is your bed switch. Okay, so very, very simple. Push the button. Make sure there's nothing blocking underneath here, and your bed will come down. Okay, so again, you can hook your ladder on if it's slightly higher. The bed will come right down to below table level. The table will drop down a little bit further, which means then you can just sit up onto the bed. And again, just your electric switch straight back up. There are guardrails here if there's any kids or anything sleeping in them. And then they just clip into the roof so that nobody falls out. So we'll get this back up and then I will show you the little bar that we talked about earlier. Right. So on the off chance that something happens, maybe a fuse goes or the electrics on the bed stop working, this is where this little tool will come in handy. Drop down bed manual override, pop the little cap off. And if you're taller than me, you will see there's a little nut in there, and this is where this fits in. Okay, so that goes in, and this means you can manually, it will take you a wee while, but you can manually wind your bed up and down so you'll never be stuck. Okay, so it's very important that stays within the vehicle. So we briefly talked about the bed and how it will come right down so that all you have to do is sit on it. So this is how you operate that. The table, once it's folded up like this, push it right the way down and it'll stay down. You can drop the bed right down to this level here, okay? And then when you put your bed back up and you're done with it, there's a little pedal underneath here. You put your foot in that, and that will release the table, put it back up so that you can use it during the day again.